Welcome back to Adaptive. In this week's AI Tool of the Week, we're actually going to cover a couple of tools. One is it's called Invideo, and it is an AI platform for creating videos. And you create videos by providing text prompts. You can even provide photos, and I'll show you that here in just a minute. And the other one is called Veed, and it's a really good, easy editor to edit videos. Don't be intimidated by this. You absolutely, by the time you watch this video and get done, can get in here and create videos of your own, or marketing videos or product videos, very, very easily. So with that said, I want to introduce our subject of this week, which is Tuckaway Shores. It's actually owned by friends of mine, Pam and Mike. It is in Indy Atlantic, right by also Melbourne Beach, right there. It's kind of a boutique hotel, I would say, with an old Florida charm to it. It's a beautiful hotel, beautiful location, and we're going to use them as the subject. I'm going to create a 30-second video. By the end, you'll get to see the video, and you'll judge what the quality is. I'm not saying it's production quality, but it comes out pretty decent in my opinion for the limited amount of time put into it, and you'll see how fast we can develop that here in just a second. So to begin with, I just went to their website and grabbed this first paragraph. Then I went over to ChatGPT, said, right there, you can see the prompt, developing social media for Tuckaway Shores, for Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Reels. Based upon this information, can you provide some ideas for marketing taglines to include in the images and any other ideas you come up with, please? So did video in the end, but this is what all I said, and then I provided that, copy and paste that paragraph, and it gave me back some great recommendations. I ended up going through everything and settling on this as kind of the theme, where old Florida charm meets oceanfront calm. And then I asked it to also give me a little bit more, some other ideas for specifically, Facebook and Instagram and Reels. It actually asked if I wanted them. I said yes. And I got down here to the TikTok number 3 recommendation, and actually gave me scene 1, 2, 3, 4. And I thought that's what I'll use for this example. So, you could come up with your own, go back and forth, but you want to start out with some sort of idea of what you're trying to accomplish. So for this video, we're going to be using these scenes as our basis for the videos that we're making. So open a room door with an oceanfront view. Well, guess what? On their site, so if we look, they have beautiful imagery, and if we went through their images, their photo gallery and stuff like that, you would come across some nice images like this one with a oceanfront view there. And I'll show you the images that I just downloaded off their site. I literally went right-clicked on it and said save image as, and downloaded it. And what I came back with were these 4 images. And we're actually going to use 5 videos. So we'll use these 4 as basis for one, and the other one's going to be created from scratch using AI. So here we go. These are our 4 that we started out with. And this is the first video that I created. And I went back. If you look at here, open room door with an ocean view. So that's the image that I selected for that. And what I did next is go over to Invideo. And they have, once you get signed in and log in, they have a photo to clip option, photo to video essentially. And you'll notice right here is that video. And let's go over how I did that. I literally uploaded that image. So if I did from computer and I selected that image, which is actually in here. Let's see which one it is. There it is. There we go. And then I said, open room door to the ocean. That's what I said. Okay. And then I hit generate clip. I'm not going to do that now because it takes about 90 seconds, sometimes 2 minutes to generate. But this is the result literally after it was done from that photo. You can see that right there. Look at that. It's that easy. It's just that easy. Anybody can do this. This is not hard. So I went through each of those other images, okay, and created another video for each one. So the balcony image, which was right here, right? And if we go from this image, give me 1 second, gotta switch back. We go from this image, we watch. This one gets even better. Look at this. I said view from the balcony with a glass of wine in hand. It literally inserted into the video, into that picture, and made the rest of the view. It used the rest of the view, but look at the waves. They're going, the glass of wine, perfect. That's how easy it is. You're the director. The AI is basically doing all the shooting and all the work for you, which is amazing. We go to another one, like this one. Oh, that terrible sound. It does a little something weird, put some sounds behind, and some of them are absolutely, that one sounds like a squealing pig. Let's be honest, that was a squealing pig. I'll show you how we remove that here in a minute. But if we look, I really like this. Beautiful, beautiful shot. And I use this one as well. This one's great. Where old Florida charm meets oceanfront calm. Well, look what it did on this one. It zooms back, and again, the people weren't there. What an amazing, amazing job. Now you can iterate on these. If you didn't like some of those, you could redo them. So you can see the videos. I actually did 4. Now I needed a 5th for what I was doing, and for that one I did text to clip right here. And you can see walking barefoot on the beach. I just typed that in, hit generate, and look at what it made. Another great job. I mean, oh, there's the ocean. We don't want that. You'll see in a minute. We'll get rid of that too. But what a great clip from just a prompt, and it looks fantastic. So right there, that fast, we have all our videos to be able to now assemble into a marketing video. So that's where we leave Invideo, which we use, as I said, create all those videos, and we go to Veed. Okay, the easiest way to do this actually is going to be come out here, create a new project for you. Don't be intimidated by this. Please don't. It is so easy to use. Click upload. We now need to go back out. We need to go downloads. And let's select the video of inside. Let's see, right here. And we hit open. And voila, it loaded it in. If you look, that video down here in the timeline now, it's in. Now that alone, one of the things is when I play this, it's got a weird background sound to it. And we're not going to want that. So as I told you, some of these, one thing that Invideo does is add some background sounds, and sometimes they're great, sometimes they're not. All we do is right click this, we go to audio and mute audio. So what that's going to do is for this clip, that audio is muted. So we don't have to deal with that anymore. So let's just go ahead and assemble the rest of this. Let's add that in. Now put it on top. I don't want it on top, so I just drag it down. I want it to be one after another, just like that. Okay? And so if I click on the timeline and get us down here, we can go upload a video. Let's see, the next one we want, I think that was the last one. Trying to remember the order. It doesn't matter. I can reorder them. Yeah, this one. There you go. It's right at the end. And that's what you want to do, is just move this down. And then you can insert another video. And that one's at the very end, I know. Trying to remember what all I put in. All right, that's good enough. You get the gist. Well, it put it above. We just drag it in place. Now remember, we want to mute the audio on each one of these because we're going to use something different. And you can see down here the clips. Now, if you can't see that very well, you can click anywhere on this timeline and go right to that area and see what it is. All right, so the next thing we want to do is add audio, because remember, we got rid of all the audio. Well, that's easy to do. You go to audio, and we click search, and we type beach. And we have a bunch of tracks to choose from. Let's find something that kind of has our theme to it. There's a bunch in here. I'm trying to find one that's not too long, because like summertime. That sounds good. So what we want to do is click plus. Voila, it added the track right here. And we weren't right exactly at the beginning, so we just take and drag that right there. So now we're there. What we want to do too is go to the end and drag it back so it matches up with the rest of our video tracks. So we'll just keep dragging that until we get there that it is. We'll line it up. All right, so now we come here and we press play. We've got audio. Just that easy. Just that easy. It's super, super simple. So now we have video and audio, but we want to have some text on here to convey a marketing message. So we can go to text. I'm going to slide this over. We can go to text, and we could drag in that, or we could just go to this AI agent and say, add this text. So that's in the top right corner. It says AI agent. And then what we want to do is go back to here, and we'll just use this like that, and we'll let the AI add it. Okay, it added it. There we go. So it's on there, but we don't really want to be over the top of the view, so let's drag that down, like down here. So that's better. And then let's do something else. This one, don't freak out here. Super simple again. Let's drag our text, which you can see. See the T, that means text. See the music, that's audio, and you can see the video clips inside of there. So we're going to drag our text over to 1 second. Once we do that, we go up here, animations, and we're going to select Dragonfly, and we'll put 2 seconds instead of 1 second. Dragonfly. You can watch these effects by just mousing over them. See this? So you can pick which one works for you. See how easy that is? And then you can adjust the settings of how fast it happens. I did 2 seconds on this one. That's a pretty good amount. Voila. We have text coming in. So if we come back here and press play, there you go. And then one other tip is we want this on each one. So I'm going to bring that to the end. And I'm going to go to copy, and I'll come over here to 6, go to paste. Now we have the exact same effect reused. We can go back to here and go walking barefoot on the beach. We bring this to the timeline. You're going to see that's where we're at. Okay. And we'll go in here, text up here. So we click back on that, go up to the text up here and paste. Now our text is updated. So if we watch this, there you go. Now, well, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to come to another second or so, paste. Voila. Let's go back to our, we're not going to have palm trees swaying in this one, so we'll change this a little bit. So there, back up to change our text. Sunset with an ocean view. There we go. That sounds good. There we go. All right, now we're going to go to this one. We're going to go, guess what? Paste again. Click there. We're going to take that text. We're not going to do this one. We're going to do, let's go to what I told you I wanted to use the whole time at the top, the first one. Let's go up here. We'll paste that in. And when I play this, now we're running into a problem here. We don't want this over the top of our subject. So what we'll do is we'll move this, and I think up in the top right is going to be the best place for that to live. So let's go back and watch that again and see how that does. Perfect. Now, the one thing that I think is missing is, this is for Tuckaway Shores, as I said. We need to have something that for Tuckaway Shores on here, because right now we can't see that. So we can come over here and do upload a file, and I downloaded their logo. So I can take their logo, I'm going to move it up in the top right and shrink it down just a bit. Still make it plenty legible. And there it is, but it doesn't go all the way to the end. So what it does is add that in another layer on here. So right here on the timeline, you can see logo, it says right there. It tells us what it is. And we're just simply going to drag this out all the way to match up with the end. So it's there the entire time. And we're done. So let's go back all the way to the beginning and let's just watch what we got. Now I can already tell you one thing I don't like is this thing is too far up there. Let's just bring it out of here. Let's go back. So this is what you need to do, kind of watch through. And just like that, we have a video. We used AI, we used photos, we used assets we used text, we had ChatGPT to help us come up with concepts, and we created a marketing video. It did not take very long. Look at how long this video is. Look at the length of this video. You can do this. You can absolutely do this. And I'm excited to share this with you because I'm looking forward to seeing what you can do. Few things to keep in mind. I had to use the plus plan because when you do this, the AI has to do generation. That's $35 a month. You can cancel it after the first month if you don't want it, but that's $35 a month. Now you can try it for free, but you're not going to get too much out of that. $35 a month. So it's $35. And Veed, I think I got this for like $12 for the month. I did the cheapest plan that they had. And I want to see, is it over here? I mean, every one of these has their stuff in another location. Nah, I don't know. Look it up. I think Veed is like $12 a month. So I think for like under $50, you can create your own videos in a month, and you can create a bunch of videos, not just one. And if you're using it and doing this regularly, then I highly recommend, doing that. One other thing to share with you is, if you want it, this is the 16:9 aspect ratio. And that's this on Invideo when we were generating our own photos, or from photo to clip, either one. If you're doing it for Reels or TikTok and even Instagram, 9 by 16, not 19. 9 by 16, you will want to switch that. And what that's going to do is give you a skinnier photo, right? A taller, take this and basically turn it sideways, essentially. And that's what they use. So keep in mind the platform that you're doing this for. This is better for like YouTube, and Facebook would be fine. But if you're going to one of the, the short form, what they call short form video platforms like TikTok and Reels, Instagram, I would go with the 9 by 16. And so you would just take what you've done and you would switch it. You also have options here. If you want more than 5 seconds, you can go up to 10 seconds. 10 seconds as long as you can go. But it would make a 10-second video out of this for you. So I hope that has been very helpful. I know you can make videos. I just showed you how fast. In fact, let me show you the final clip. This is the final product I did. No, this is not the final product. Sorry about that. Let me go to to here. This is the final product. Nope. Another false positive. This one. This is the final product. Let's watch the final product. And there you have it. Now you can share this by right here. You could copy this link, or you can get an embed. You can do it on Facebook or Twitter, but you can take the link and just do that. Or you can get an embed. And what the embed code will do is allow you to embed that into your website for those who know how to do that, or you have a plugin that you can do that with. So very useful. You can easily share this on all your different socials and everything else. And they actually have a GIF options right there, which is copy the clipboard, and I could use that. So many different ways to share that and get that out. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really want you to get out there and try this or another product very similar to it. You can create your own videos. You are your own director. You have the capability. You are empowered. If you like the video, I hope that you will share it. I hope that you'll like and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one.